Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason. As always, my co-host, the voice of MMA in Utah, Mr. Zack Partridge.
What up, dog?
You like that? Was that better?
That was better.
All right. We got another Fighter Spotlight podcast to do. This one, we're welcoming UFC vet, bare-knuckle fighting vet, Jason Knight to the podcast. What's up, Jason?
Not much, man. I just got done with my second session a little while ago and finally getting back towards the house. Trying to wrap up my last little bit of training camp and get ready to beat somebody up this Friday.
Nice.
So here's the deal, Jason. Our boy Kel gave me the heads up, and he heard me that when I said I was actually a pretty big fan of yours because I love watching your fights. And he's like, "Oh, I know, Jason. I can get this hooked up." So it's awesome to have you on because I've been watching you since I started getting into MMA like 4 or 5 years ago.
Uh-oh.
All right, repeat what you just said. I don't know what the hell happened, but you cut out for some reason.
No worries. I was just said I've been since I've been into MMA. I've been a big fan of watching your fights because, you've never had a boring fight.
Never.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I try my best to make sure that I'm entertaining for one, but for the most part, that's just me. That's the way I fight. I like to get down and dirty and have it's fun to me to get in there and fight like that. I can't really help it.
Is this so this is Jorge Masvidal's bare-knuckle MMA promotion, correct?
Yes, sir. Game Bred FC is what it's called.
How'd you get hooked up with this fight?
A guy named Dean Toole, he asked me about the fight. He's like part of the promotion, I guess. He does the Icon and the Island fights, and he got up with me about it. And at first, I told him, "Yeah, I don't know, we'll see." Well, then I was over in Florida at some backyard fights, the Game Bred fights. They had this little thing set up in the backyard, little boxing ring, and had some. Just some amateur guys out there fighting in the backyard. I was over there checking that out, and Masvidal came over, and whenever he seen me, he's like, "What's up, man? You gonna fight for me?" And I was like, I don't know, man. He said, "Man, if you'll do it, I promise I'll make it worthwhile for you." I was like, "All right, cool, let's do it." That was probably 3.5, almost 4 weeks ago. And I decided that day I was going to do it and got in the gym real hard. And now we're ready to get out here and beat somebody up.
So this fight is bare-knuckle MMA, right? It's not bare-knuckle boxing, right?
Yes, sir. Bare-knuckle MMA. It'll be the same rules as a regular MMA fight. We just don't got the gloves on.
I like it.
That's so wild. Did you ever think when you were in the UFC that a day would come where you could do bare-knuckle MMA?
No, really, I didn't expect none of the bare-knuckle stuff to be going on. As soon as I got kicked out of the UFC, BKFC, they called, and they offered me pretty good money to fight Artem Lobov. So I told them I'd do that. That was a lot of fun. So I imagine this bare-knuckle MMA will be a lot of fun too. It kind of takes me back to my roots. I started out as a street fighter. I like to fight. I was bad kid getting in a lot of trouble, and I found MMA as a way out, way out of getting in all the trouble, all the simple assault charges and stuff like that. But now I get to do the same exact thing, except for we add a little bit of skill in there, and no charges get pressed. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nobody gets in trouble.
Do you enjoy the bare-knuckle boxing and this type of stuff, or is the goal to get back into the UFC or bigger MMA promotions?
The goal is definitely to get back into bigger MMA promotions, but I enjoy it, big time. This is more like something fun to do on the weekend. It's not something that I see myself making a career out of.
Yeah. I just realized, was looking at your Tapology, I didn't realize you're only 28 years old.
I'm what now?
You're only 28 years old? Oh, he's breaking up on
us.
Yes,
sir. I'm still pretty young in the sport.
Man,
I've been doing it for. Say that again.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you're still very young in the sport, but you're a veteran. Oh, did we lose him?
Oh,
Damn.
we lost him.
Oh, he must have gotten a bad area.
For those that don't see it, I'm looking at it. He started amateur fighting when he was 16 years old.
That is crazy, man.
I guess technically, let's see, when was his birthday? 17. Technically, he was 17.
And he was 4-0. There you go.
I moved literally 3 feet and lost surface. So we right back in the spot we was in.
We're good. All right.
But yeah, man, I know I'm 28, but I've been doing it since I was 14. So I'm still pretty young. I still got a lot of life left, but I've been in it quite a while.
It's freaking awesome, man. And you fight in a way that I'm surprised that I'm actually really surprised. I mean, I know you went to bare-knuckle boxing after the UFC stuff, but I'm really surprised that another MMA promotion to pick you up because, like I said, like all your fights are fun and exciting.
Yeah, I think really the main thing is I went on a 4-fight skid in the UFC, and that was nobody's fault but my own. I was 23 when I made it to the UFC. I made a bunch of money real fast, and I thought I was a millionaire. Even though I only had a couple $100,000, I thought I was a millionaire, and I went to just blowing the hell out of money and partying and stuff like that. But I learned those lessons early, so I don't feel like that's going to be a problem in the future.
Learn from your mistakes. You were young, right? I mean, we were just why you dropped out real quick. I just mentioned you started amateur fighting when you were 17, right?
No, I started amateur fighting when I was 14. I turned pro at 17. At 14, I was training in the backyard and fighting in bars and stuff like that.
Is that legal?
Yeah, man. No, at the time it was legal because in the state of Alabama they had no athletic commission. So it was no big deal. They told me as long as my mom signed a permission slip, I could fight. So that's what I did. I went 10-0 as an amateur from 14 to 16, almost 17. And as soon as I turned 17, I was 10-0. I had already won 2 titles. And Alan Belcher, he come up to me, he's like, "Look, man, I think we should do your next fight as a pro." And I was like, "Can we even do that?" And he went and talked to the Mississippi Athletic Commission. He told him, "Look, man, this guy's been fighting grown men since he was 14. Can he go pro?" Yeah. Same situation. I was like, well, if his mama signed a permission slip, then yeah, we'll let him go pro. And that's what I did. She signed for me. I went pro at 17, and I've been on a tear ever since.
Yes, you have. What do you think is your path back to a big MMA show? Is it like win a couple of these fights and then get back, or is it kind of you win this fight and you think you can get back to like one of those other shows? Where would you like to fight after something like this?
The main goal is definitely the UFC, but PFL, Bellator, anything like that, I'd be fine with. One championships, but I believe that if I win this one, it could possibly get me there, but I don't really see it happening because, Crazy Horse, he's got a decent name. He's got a lot of followers and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's old, man. He hasn't been in his prime in years. So I don't really see this as the fight that gets me back. But if I win this one, don't take any injuries. It's right back in the gym Monday morning. And, we're looking to get another fight just as soon as possible. And the way I look at it, if I get 2 or 3 more this year, I'm thinking, 4 wins in a year, then they can't deny me. Somebody's going to pick me up. And, honestly, I would love to go back to the UFC, but even more, I would like to go to PFL. If I get that PFL 4 fights, you win all 4, you make $1 million.
Yeah.
And that don't sound too bad to me because I had 9 fights in the UFC and I made somewhere around $500,000 in 9 fights.
That doesn't suck either.
Yeah,
that doesn't suck, but I mean, doesn't 4 fights in a million sound a whole hell of a lot better?
So it's a lot better.
And I've heard they take care of their fighters pretty good as they progress through on the PFL too.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I would love to just get in there because the way I look at it, if you're in the UFC, you're fighting the most elite of the elite. You know, that's the best of the best. PFL, I'm taking a step down in competition, and I'm making more money. So why the hell would I not want to do that?
Yeah. So, Jason? What do you know? I mean, are you familiar with? You're familiar with Crazy Horse? Do you know him personally?
I met him a handful of times, and I really don't like the guy that much. He's just a loud, weird, obnoxious bastard that I really don't care for. Not really my type of person, but it is what it is. You know, I really just want to go in there and beat him up, and I'll shake his hand afterwards. But as of right now, I just want to punch him in the face, try to see if I can knock out a couple of them gold teeth.
That works.
Are you guys the main event on that card?
What? Say that one more time.
Are you guys the main event on that card? Are you guys headlining the card?
Yeah.
Oh, he's dropping
Hold
out.
on.
Okay.
You're cutting out.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he's
can hear him
froze.
pretty good.
Yeah, we can hear you good. It's just, yeah, you're a little blocky there. Can you hear me now, Jason?
I don't know what the hell. I think it's because it's kind of the sky dark. I think that it's a little cloudy outside. How
Messing
about
up with
now?
reception.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me good? You
Hell
can't hear
no.
us. Yeah, we can hear you. Damn. Well, hey,
I like
Damn
that
it.
he doesn't like him. That sounded fun. It was just spice it up.
I want to know if he's the main event. What's crazy is I haven't seen anything, and they're fighting on Friday. I haven't really seen any.
It's not on Tapology. I wonder where it's posted.
But I haven't seen anything from Jorge or anything. Jason, what's up, man? Can you hear us, Jason?
Yeah, I can hear you good. How about this? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you fine. It's just I think you're not being able to hear us very good. Are you guys the main event Friday night?
Say that one more time.
Are you guys the main event? He can't hear us. Damn.
How about now?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
We can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you pretty good now. I think we should be good to go. Ask that question one more time.
Are you guys the main event on Friday?
Yes, sir. Main event.
Okay.
And usually, anytime I fight in Mississippi, I'm the main event. This is my house, baby.
Yeah. I like it.
Well, I dig it. I can't wait. I'll be honest with you, Jason. I'm not a huge bare knuckle guy. MMA is my thing. Bare knuckle, not totally my thing. I'm kind of getting used to it. But I'll tune into every single one of your fights anywhere, anytime.
I appreciate it, man. The cool thing about the bare knuckle, man, is just it stings a little different, you know.
I bet.
The pace is a little different. I'm curious to see how the bare knuckle MMA works out, man. I know the BKFC it's a completely different pace, and it's a lot more gruesome, but it's not as bad on your body and stuff as people think. People think that, oh man, he's got cuts all over his face, he's gonna die. It's not really that bad, man, because both fights I had no kind of concussions or anything like that, just superficial cuts. And in my eyes, it makes for a cooler looking fight. You know, you see guys out there touching each other up and nobody even gets marks on their face. That's not even all that fun. When you see somebody get hit and you see the blood running down, then, you know, you think you're watching something. So that's what makes it a little more exciting to me. I feel like I can't make a career out of it. It's not something that I'm going to be able to do for a long period of time. You know, strictly because my hands, I broke my hands so much when I was younger that I can't just keep beating them up, you know, for a career.
Yeah, I see it. With your fighting style and stuff, I was just curious about this. Who would be your dream fight, the person you want to fight the most?
I really don't care, man. I always wanted to fight the Korean Superboy whenever I was in the UFC, just because he's gonna bring it. You know, he's gonna get in there and lay it all on the line, just like I will. Really, my dream fight, the best fight I think that I've ever had or ever will have, was the first fight with Artem. Neither one of us really showed much skill at all. We just went there and
I remember I watched
a bunch of heart and toughness. Yeah, I mean, you see in the second fight with Artem, I have way more skill than I showed the first time.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know, something about that bare knuckle. You get hit with it, and you're back to street fighting.
It's interesting. I've been watching a lot of the Letway with the headbutts. I've been watching a lot of that on the Fight Pass. It's interesting.
So, you've been watching a lot of what now?
The Letway with the headbutts, where they headbutt.
Hell with that. I don't want nobody headbutting me.
Now you're talking some sense, Jason. See, like I'm like,
Yeah.
You'd be out of your mind if you're like, can you imagine like getting ground and pounded and somebody's just like, bah, bah.
Well, and what's crazy about there is there's no judges in Letway. Like they go 5 rounds and you either get a draw or you have to knock the person out. There's no judges.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Jason, check this out. If you get knocked out, your corner has 2 minutes to resuscitate you, basically to get you back up, and you can go back and fight. You have
basically they're doing chicken fights with people.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
Rub some dirt on it and throw him back in there.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some wild YouTube clips of people getting knocked out, getting resuscitated, and then going and knocking out the other guy where they can't. Then they can't continue
crazy.
After the 2 minutes. It's
Knock
so
them
wild.
out and splash some water on them and throw some ice on the back of their neck and throw them back in there.
Yep.
Yeah, hell with that.
There's one where there's one where the corner is like biting the guy's ear to try and get him to
to wake up.
It's so
that's
wild.
crazy.
He comes back and wins. He comes back and wins the fight too. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
hey,
anyways,
hey, Jason, do you have any sponsors you want to give a shout out to before we let you get out of here?
Real quick, big thanks to Veteran Farms, the Kill Crew, Perkins Polaris. I've got a few more, but right now they're not coming to mind. So thanks to everybody who sponsored me, everybody who helped me out for this fight. Big thanks to American Top Team, both in Mississippi and Coconut Creek, Florida. All my coaches, all my training partners. I can't thank you enough. Friends, family, fans, thank y'all for being behind me. I love y'all. And get ready for a show on Friday. Crazy Horse. I appreciate you accepting the fight, but I'm coming for you.
This could be wild.
Tune in. Crazy. I'll be tuning in.
There's never been Jason Knight is. For those who don't know, he's never been in a boring fight. Tune in. It's going to be awesome.
Jason, thanks for taking the time out man, to chat with us today. Really appreciate it.
No problem. If you can't watch the fight in person, you can't be there in person, go on the BKTV app, rent the fight. If you don't want to pay for it there, Charles Felony YouTube, he's going to have it on his YouTube channel,
nice.
Supposedly. I guess somebody's going to be holding the camera while he's fighting or something. But if you want to go support him, by all means, give that man some money. But however you want to watch it, make sure you're watching. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be gruesome. It's going to be a lot of fun.
What? I guess we forgot to ask Jason before we go. How's the fight end?
Second round finish.
Boom.
I don't know if it's a knockout or if it's a rear naked choke or elbows or whatever. But he's going down in the second.
Love it. Love it. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it again, brother. We'll see you Friday night.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good day. I appreciate y'all having me on after the fight. If y'all want, get back with me, and we'll get back on the show to talk about the win.
Yeah, we'd love it, man. We would love it. Thank you. We out.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Peace.
And we out.